All right, let's continue on with our reading practice. This time we're going to read an article about nature. So this article is titled Explore Your Local Trails, Enjoy Long-Term Health Benefits. So again, for these reading exercises, we're going to give you time to read the article through on your own, record yourself, and then we'll read together. Okay, so go ahead and start reading this article on your own, record yourself, and then we'll start together. All right, so let's read this together. Remember, we're going to go sentence by sentence, and you're going to copy exactly what I say. So you're going to try to mimic my pronunciation while reading. Let's begin. Stress. It's everywhere. But there is an easy form of stress reduction that is as simple as opening your front door. Spending time outside can help improve your physical and mental health. And you don't have to be an extreme athlete to reap the benefits. Studies show that simply going out for a walk in nature can help build strength and endurance. And contribute to feelings of relaxation and resilience. Being active outside has proven benefits for people's minds and bodies. Rail trails, in particular, are ideal for individuals of all abilities and fitness levels to safely enjoy the outdoors. Rail trails are multi-purpose public paths created from former railroad corridor. That means they are flat or gently sloping, having a hard surface that makes them accessible to all types of activities and are available in rural and urban areas. Rails to Trails Conservancy is a nonprofit organization dedicated to connecting communities across America with trails. One way they do this is through promoting the value of time spent outside by encouraging people to make trail moments a regular part of their lives and sharing these experiences to inspire others to discover the convenience and joy of being active outside on trails. I feel really lucky to have grown up in Virginia, and now I live in Washington State, with lots of access to these trails. But there are literally thousands of miles of rail trails all over the country, says Miranda Webster, a longtime outdoor enthusiast. So, whether you are mountain biking, hiking, walking your dog, or riding your bike, I hope that you are able to find a trail near you where you can enjoy it as much as I have through my entire life, she says. Travel blogger Jeff Jenkins, based in Texas, has taken his wanderlust to local trails in a series of blogs and videos for the Rails to Trails Conservancy. Now I'm showing people how to discover their own backyards, from their local cities to national parks, trails, and the great outdoors, says Mr. Jenkins, who has also created an online community for plus-sized travelers at chubbydiaries.com. So often, people see trails as a way to get a little outdoor recreation. And yes, that's true, says Ian McKay, who regularly enjoys the trails in rural Washington state from his power wheelchair. But it is so much more for me. Having a safe trail space where I can go explore my own interests, interact with the community, and run my own errands is monumental to my happiness, adds Mr. McKay, who is also the founder of Ian's Ride, a nonprofit organization. This fall, Rails to Trails Conservancy is taking inspiration from the thousands of stories that people have shared about the personal impact of time spent outside on trails and encouraging people of all ages and abilities to make a habit of it. Their hashtag Trail Moments 21-day challenge offers fun activities to encourage people to get out on the trail every day. Visit the Rails to Trails Conservancy website for more information and tips on making outdoor time part of your daily routine. All right, excellent job reading. So remember, what we want to do is go back and listen to our first recording where you recorded by yourself, and then listen again to the second recording and find or take note of the words that you think you could improve. Okay, even if it's a word that maybe you mispronounced whenever you recorded by yourself and then fixed it whenever you recorded with me, that should still be a word that you should take note of to practice more. Even if you were able to fix it, the next time you're using that word in a conversation, it might go back to the bad habit of not pronouncing it correctly. So definitely practice any words, even a word that may have been difficult to you, that stood out to you. Practice those words, and remember, we're going to use that method of drilling. Something else to notice here is with the word the. We might notice that sometimes we pronounce it as the and sometimes we pronounce it as the. This has a similar rule to a and an. Remember, and we use when the word following starts with a vowel sound. I'm not going to say a vowel, the letter, because there are some exceptions. We have to focus on the sound rather than the letter itself. So the same thing with the word the. If the word following begins with a vowel sound, we're going to pronounce it as the apple, for example. And if the word that comes after begins with a consonant sound, then we're going to pronounce it as the. So those are the smaller things that, again, you can pay attention to whenever you're making these recordings. Not as big as other words that may be mispronounced, but these are the small things that we also want to be taking into consideration. So again, go ahead and review your recordings, write down those words that you think you can improve, and then practice them with those 10 sentences. And remember, we're going to repeat. That is our key here, to repeat over and over and over again. If you want to even go back and record yourself again after practicing those key words, and then compare your first recording to your third or fourth recording and see how much you're improving, see the difference. This can also help you realize that this method of repeating, of drilling, is actually helping you. So I encourage you to, after practicing for a couple of days, a week or so, record yourself again and go back. Compare your first recording to your most recent recording. Good luck, everybody. Let's go to our next story here.